Sorry about not reading so far, y'all. I'm still trying to find. Wait, hold on. Maybe should have found it before I started the stream, but I didn't want to wait any longer because I'm already decently late for the 8 p.m. stream for Twitch and for YouTube per se. You know, just Bible reading in general. But I'm on it now. So, yeah. Let's get right to the first page. There is. I guess I'll read kind of sort of start of the Bible per se. So we'll read the start of that and we might move on to something else. But I'll read that for newcomers per se. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him, male and female. He created them, God blessed them, and said to them, be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air, and over every living creature that moves on the ground. And God said, I give you every seed bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food. And to all the beasts of the earth, and all the birds of the air, and all the creatures that move on the ground, everything that has the breath on earth in it. I give every green plant for food, and it was so. God saw that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day, God's seventh day of rest. Thus the heavens of the earth were completed in all their vast array. By the seventh day, God finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested from all his work, and God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. Moving on. Adam, Eve, and the Garden of Eve. Yeah, Adam, Eve, and the Garden. No, that's decent. Maybe 6 viewers. That's pretty decent. But now it went to 3, but it's fine. This is the account of the heavens. Oh, yeah. This is the account of the heavens and the earth when they were created, when the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. And no shrub of the field had yet appeared on the earth, and no plant of the field had not sprung up, for the Lord God had not sent rain on the earth, and there was no man to work the ground. But streams came up from the earth and watered the whole surface of the ground. The Lord God formed a man from the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being. Now the Lord God has planted a garden in the east in Eden, and there he put the man he had formed. And the Lord God made all kinds of trees grow out of the ground, trees that were pleasing to the eye and good for food. In the middle of the garden were the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river watering a garden flowed from Eden, and there it was separated into four headwaters. The name of the first is the petition. It winds through the entire land of Havia, where there is gold. The gold of the land is good aromatic resin and onyx. And also there the name of the second river is Gihon. It winds through the entire land of Cush. The name of the third river is Tigris. It runs along the east side of Asor. And the fourth river is Euphrates. I think it's how you say it. Yeah, I think Euphrates. Euphrates. I may be mistaken. Yes. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work. It it take care of it and take care of it. And the Lord God commanded the man, you are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. For when you eat, or you will eat it, you will surely die. Surely die. The Lord God said, it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him. Now the Lord God had formed out the ground all the beasts of the field and all the birds of the air. He brought them to the man to see what he would name them. And whenever the man called each living creature, that was its name. So the man gave names to all the livestock and the birds of the air and all the beasts of the field. So I guess that kind of means like I would say like the animals and stuff in the world. Yeah, how they have different names and stuff like that per se. Yes. But for Adam, no suitable helper was found. So the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep. And while he was sleeping, he took one of the man's ribs and closed up the place with flesh. Then the Lord God made a woman with the rib taken out of the man, and he brought her to the man. The man said, this is now bone of my bone, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, and she was taken out of man. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and they will become one flesh. The man and his wife were both naked, and they felt no shame. The serpent's deceit leads to the trail, or leads to the fall of Adam and Eve. Now the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? The woman said to the serpent, we may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say, you must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden. You must not touch it, or you will die. You will not surely die, the serpent said to the woman, for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. When the woman saw the fruit, or that the fruit on the tree was good for food, and pleasing in it to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it. Then the eyes of both of them were opened. And they realized they were naked, so they sewed figs looped together and made coverings for themselves. Then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord God as he was walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and they hid from the Lord God among the trees in the garden. But the Lord God called to the man, where are you? He said, I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid. And he said, who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from? The man said, the woman you put, okay, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it. Said to the woman, what is this you have done? The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." So the Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, cursed are you above all the livestock, and all the wild animals. You will crawl on your belly, and you will eat dust all the days of your life. And I will put enmity, uh, enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." To the woman he said, "I will greatly increase your pains in childbearing. In pain will you give birth to children. The desire will be your husband, and he will rule over you." To Adam he said, "Because you listened to your wife and ate from the tree from which I command you, you must not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you. The, through painful toil, you will eat of it all the days of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you, and you will eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground, since it from it you were taken. For dust you are, and to dust will return. Adam named his wife Eve because she would become the mother of all the living. The Lord made many garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them. And the Lord God said, "The man has now become one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life, and will eat and live forever." So the Lord banished him from the Garden of Eden to work from or to work the ground, once he had been taken. After he drove out, he had been taken. After he drove out the man of the garden, and a flaming sword or ruler drew the man out. He placed on the east side of the Garden of Eden cherubim and a flaming sword, flashing back and forth to guard the way to the tree of life. Cain kills his brother Abel and is punished by God. Adam lay with his wife Eve, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, "With the help of the Lord, I have brought forth a man." Later, she gave birth to his brother Abel. Now Abel kept his flocks, and Cain worked the soil. In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruits and of the soil as a offering to the Lord, but Abel brought fat portions from some of the firstborn of the flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offerings he did not look with favor. So Cain was angry, and his face was downcast. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must master it." Now Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let's go out to the field." And while they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" "I don't know," he replied. "Am I my brother's keeper?" The Lord said, "What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now you are under a curse and driven from the ground, which opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it will no longer yield its crops for you. You will be restless wanderer on the earth." Cain said to the Lord, "My punishment is more than I can bear. The day you are driving me from the land, and I will be hidden from your presence. I will be a restless wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me." But the Lord said to him, "Not so. If anyone kills Cain, he will suffer vengeance 7 times over. Then the Lord will mark on Cain so that no one who found him would kill him. So Cain went out from the Lord's presence and lived in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Cain lay with his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. Cain was then building a city, and he named it after his son Enoch. To Enoch was born Arad, and Arad was the father of Mehujael. Mehujael. I'm trying to pronounce that. I may be screwing it up there, but Mehujael. And Mehujael was the father of Methushel, and Methushel was the father of Lamesh. Lamesh married 2 women, one named Ada and the other Zillah. Ada gave birth to Jabal. He was the father of those who live in tents and raise livestock. His brother's name was Jabal. He was the father of all who play the harp and flute. Zillah also had a son, Tubal Cain, who forged all kinds of tools out of bronze and iron. Tubal's Cain's sister was Naamah. Lamesh said to his wives, Ada and Zillah, listen to me, wives of Lamesh. Hear my words. I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for injuring me. If Cain is avenged 7 times, then Lamesh 77 times. Adam lay with his wife again, and she gave birth to a son and named him Seth, saying, God has granted me another child in the place of Abel, since Cain killed him. Seth had also had a son, and he named him Enosh. At that time, men began to call on the name of the Lord. Adam's family line to Noah. This is the written account of Adam's line. When God created man, he made him in the likeness of God. He created them, male and female, and blessed them. And when they were created, he called them man. And when Adam had lived 130 years, he had a son in his own likeness in his own image, and he named him Seth. After Seth was born, Adam lived 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Adam lived 130 years, and then he died. When Adam had lived 105 years, he became the father of Enosh, and after he became the father of Enosh, Seth lived 107 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Seth lived 112 years, and then he died. When Enosh had lived 90 years, he became the father of Kenan. Kenan. And after he became the father of Kenan, Enosh lived 115 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Enosh lived 905 years, and then he died. When Kenan had lived 70 years, he became the father of Malal. I can't really pronounce it, to be honest. Mahalal. And after he became the father of Mahalal, Kenyon lived 140 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Kenyon lived 910 years and then he died. Alright, yeah, this Bible ain't really got one of the things, the string of things you had right there, like the bookmark where you left off of. That'd be fun. We'll read further next time. This is a bit of a shorter stream, but good we could. It's for sort of like start of say the Bible and NIV. All the Bibles sort I believe are the exact same, just different translations. Like this one's more of like today's type of wording for say is where like for example I'm using KJV. It has like the like biblical words and also like the readings of different words. Like say in NIV, except it'd be like give, but in KJV it'd be giveth. Exact, different translations, different words and stuff. But yeah, NIV's that's recently been better for me because I'm able to pronounce different words better in NIV than KJV. But altogether, still the Bible. Still looking to please the Lord and be good closer to Him. Anyhow, I love you. I will see y'all people later. Thank y'all for watching, and God bless. Make sure to check my socials out if you enjoyed, and y'all have a good blessed night or day.